Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spotlight Indie for our write-along sesh. This is going to be just a real chilled vibe. Thank you to everybody who is joining us. If you are here live with us, let us know in the comments. If there's nobody here live with us, great. It's just us, in which case, let me go through who's here, who's writing with us this afternoon. So I, of course, am Frasier Armitage. Part-time robot, full-time nerd. I'm going to be drafting a new project today, which is leftover from FantasyCon, and I'm excited. To this side of me, whichever side that is, because I don't know which way does it point. Does it mirror the image? It's like somewhere there is Trudie. Trudie, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm here to hopefully work on the penultimate chapter of my upcoming book, The Chosen One Con. I've been stuck on this chapter for weeks now, so please, I need to make progress.
Yes, that is what this is all about. You're going to do it, Trudie. You're going to smash it.
I'm going to try.
To whichever side of Trudie is Frank. How you doing, Frank?
Hey, mate. So, yeah, I'm doing okay, thanks. How are you?
Amazing. Glad to be here. It's a Sunday. I've got the Sunday vibes. I'm just chill. Got some, like, Mrs. Crimble's macaroons. Like... It's all good. Underneath, hopefully that is pointing down, Frank, is the lovely Holly. How you doing, Holly?
Hello, I'm good. Everyone, just to explain, Frasier's base level starts at amazing, and then it goes up from there. So that's essentially the lowest level you can get to. But I'm good, and I am going to be working on, either working on Vanguard 3 today, depending on if I get the vibe, or I'm currently reconstructing the Spotlight Indie website, so I may be doing some work on that. If I look angry, I'm working on the website. If I look chilled, I'm working on Vanguard. That's how you can tell.
Give us an example of your angry, Holly, just so we know. Yeah, okay. So
that's it.
What's chilled?
It's the same face, but just with more wine.
I love it. Frank, you didn't tell us what you're working on. What are you going to be working on today?
Did I not? Oh, sorry. So I'm going to be working on a second draft of Book 2 in Trilogy 2. I am on a chapter that is a Winter Mountain hunt scene, but with my own kind of horrific spin on stuff that I've been stuck on for about 2 weeks. So hoping to make some serious progress.
Awesome.
Nice.
I love that we're all in the mood for progress today. This is great. And then somewhere down here is Emily. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good, thanks. Yes. Yeah, really good. Happy to be here. Yeah.
What are you working on today, Em?
So last year I wrote a novel in 5 weeks, and it was a lot of fun. But the editing has also then not been quite as much fun. So I'm on sort of like I've sort of worked out what the sort of tidied up the plot, basically, reframed some characters, but then of course there are rewrites involved. So I'm at one of those scenes that needs to be rewritten in light of all of the feedback. So that's what I'm going to be working through, and of course progress. It's all progress. Yeah.
It's all progress. I love it.
Nice.
Emily allowed me to read this novel that she wrote in 5 weeks, and it was awesome. I don't understand why she's editing it so hard, but she is. So kudos to you, Emily.
Well, I mean, awesome is your base level. So obviously I've got a way to go until I'm like up. So yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Is Sunday normally a day when everybody writes? Is this a good time for people usually?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Sunday's a day for it. Yeah. How many masterpieces do you think were written on a Sunday? Like, I'm feeling like you're in that vibe for writing already because it's Sunday, right? Like, the weekend's almost over, so you've got like the angst that you can bring into your work. Like, it's the perfect blend of emotions to write for writers, right?
I don't know. I think it's seasonal. I think that's what it is. I think Sundays in the summer, you're out and about, and you're living your best life. Then Sundays in winter, you're inside, so you might as well write.
Yeah.
I'm always inside.
Indoor kids.
Do you think that we should start calling, like in the UK, Sundays like like something else, because I feel like we only get like 2 proper Sundays in the year, and then the rest
you're
of the
saying
time
like
it's just
Sundays being like sunny
exactly
days.
right. Yeah, we should call them like inclement days or something like that, because it's like way more accurate, right?
It doesn't quite roll off the tongue in the same way.
Yeah.
No.
Do you think it's aspirational rather than accurate? It's like, we can have sun.
I feel like I've already forgotten the word that you used, Frasier. So
Yeah,
that could
it's
be
not
an
catchy.
issue.
It's not catchy. Yeah.
It's not
Maybe
catchy. We need to come up with something pithy.
for everybody.
Yeah, work on your
who's-
marketing, Frasier. Come on.
Exactly. Like we need a 3-letter word plus day, right? It needs to follow that format. 5 letters at most, because THURS. Yeah, okay. So we've got a Thursday. So 5 letters, 3 to 5 letters, followed by day. All right. So like cozy day could work.
Bum day.
Bum day or fun day? Or both.
That's open
Yeah.
to interpretation, Frasier. Let's do
That also
this.
could be
So,
seasonal as well. Yeah.
I like the fact that this has started much earlier than it normally does.
For everybody in the US who it's currently just turned 8 a.m., welcome to your day and to waking up. What a way to wake up. Can you imagine? Like, what should we call today? Bum day. It's begun, guys.
It's begun. Yeah.
So we know what we're working on, right? I'm going to give you a little insight into the chapter that I'm working on at the minute. Hi, Tom. Tom's joining us. So Tom says that he's going to be writing the RPG
Hi, Tom.
episode, Epic Beards and Spotlight Indie.
Yes, do that, Tom. Get to work.
Yeah. Whoosh, progress.
Yep.
So my chapter. So I had a project at FantasyCon, where I was getting loads of authors who are awesome to give me like a random sentence, and then I'm tying them all together into a single story. And the sentence that I'm working on, which is forming the basis of the chapter I'm writing today, is the elaborate jellyfish could not contemplate the loss of her scepter. So I feel like it's going to be, if you see me doing weird things, it's part of the process because of this sentence. I'm blaming Ida for giving me it. So whatever is happening on screen,
We would not know any difference, Frasier.
don't worry, is all I'm saying. You know, if you see me doing this, right, I'm just getting into character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Method writer.
Yeah.
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 This close to like filling the garden office with like water, just so that I could really experience it, but probably better not to, right? Because of the books.
It would get us more views.
The guy who wrote for the Beach Boys always had a tray of sand under the piano so that he could wiggle his toes in the sand, and then that helped him write the music for the Beach Boys, right? What if you had a tray of water and stuck your feet in it?
Yeah, that's a really. I should have come prepared. I've got a glass of
We
water.
could all have a
What can I do
tray.
with this?
Like we could,
Stick my
We
nose
could all
in
have
it.
a tray, like a mood
Yeah.
tray.
yeah, like Frasier's tray would be full of water. Frank's would just be full of like blood and like viscera.
Body parts. Yeah.
And then it's full of like mechanical oils and engine oils and things. I don't know what Trudie's would be full of.
I've got like potions, but this one's slightly empty now. It's actually alcohol, but like don't tell anybody.
Try alcohol for Trudie.
Absorb it into the feet. That would be great. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. If I was writing decks, it would be like sharp things with peril. As I'm writing this one, I'm not sure what it would be. Probably thick carpet for this scene.
Nice.
Make of that what you will, but that's actually quite nice, isn't it? I'm wearing things, but I feel like I'm there. I've got my woolly slippers on, so you know, like
You're already there. I love it.
this is a very different vibe of book to my usual usual thing.
So what we're going to do, we're going to start our first writing sesh. It's 25 minutes. And then after the 25 minutes, we'll come back, see how we got on. Let us know how many words, if you are tuned in as well, that you managed to accomplish. Keep us updated with your progress too. And after we've done all of this, then we will help each other out. Any bits we're stuck on, anything like that. So yeah, let's get down to business and defeat the puns. So let's do it. So we got 30 seconds until our first 25-minute stint is up. And that's it. Well done,
Hey.
guys. How'd you get on?
Good, I think. I feel productive. I don't know about everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Progress.
I'm 3 pages in, and my pen ran out, and I've switched from black to blue.
Madman.
So very eventful. Very eventful. Was everybody? Did everybody hear okay, or was it going like that
It
for
was doing
everybody?
a bit of that.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm sorry if it was distracting. It's totally my internet's fault. Music by Alan Stroud was being murdered by my terrible Wi-Fi. I apologize to everybody. Yeah, but everybody made progress, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Got a.
Could you say
very
again how
productive-
good that music is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was actually like pretty good choice.
Yeah. I basically we've been doing this for a while now, and I'm not sick of the music. Like, this is maybe like the fourth
It's
one
so
of these we've done,
good.
and it's just every time it's just like, yeah, I can write to this. It's awesome.
It's like there's
Yeah.
times where I'll sit down and I don't particularly feel like I'm going to get in this. As soon as that music starts playing, I'm just like, I'm in
Yeah.
the zone. I'm there.
Alan's gonna get in the acknowledgements of all of our books this way, right? It's like,
Yeah.
thanks to Alan for providing the background music. Yeah, genius move on his part.
I would like to say then you can listen to it all on SoundCloud. So if you're looking to listen to that music, if you go Alan Stroud's SoundCloud, you can get all of his tracks and you can just play. Because I do that when I'm writing on my own as well. So yeah,
There's a couple of Dexy tunes in here as well. They're like, pretty much in every single one of these like stints, we've got different music, but you'll hear like a lot of familiar Dex stuff, which is cool.
It's a good soundtrack.
Yeah, I got.
It
Is it okay to say that sand is like kissing you between your toes, or is that wrong? Like when you put your foot in sand, like is that a bad analogy?
It depends on
I think
context.
Yeah. Yeah, we need the full sentence, Frasier, so we can
Alright, hang
make
on.
a ruling.
Hang on. Okay. I sunk into its embrace, warm, familiar. Its kisses pecked at me between my toes. That is a first draft sentence, right? A first draft sentence. Like, there has never been a first draft sentence. It's terrible, right?
I mean, I wouldn't marry myself to it.
No. No.
What's a good way of like that sensation of it just sort of like
It's like if it's
Just like
being
that
like
nice
kissing would be the
feeling.
waves. Like kissing would be wet. Kissing is something that happens like it's a moment and then it like stops. You know, it's like a moment. Whereas
how
like,
wet are your kisses,
sand-
Holly? Like
really crap apparently. And fast.
and regular, yeah.
It depends on the
Yeah.
sand as well, because if it's really coarse sand, it's
Yeah.
like more scratchy. But if it's really powdery sand,
Mm.
then that's different.
So
And if
Yeah.
I have Sahara sand here. That
Ah.
is like the most
That's very
beautiful-
fine.
Yeah. It's like velvet. It's in silk. It's amazing.
Mm.
But it's not that kind of sand. It's like regular beach sand. Now I've been regular beaches and like it's like a summer feeling, right? When you put your foot in the sand and it's warm, but it's nice. Like how do you even like describe
But you'd
what's going on
sink
between your
into
toes?
it. Like
do,
you sink
yeah.
into it. No one walks along Barmouth Beach and thinks, "Oh, this sand is kissing my feet." Like
No.
people just don't think that.
I mean, I wouldn't. There's this guy, right? But
Yeah,
you know,
that's like-
but great. Go on, Frank. Go on.
I was going to say, like, just to echo Holly, mate, it's not something when I've been walking down by the Mersey, it's ever, occurred to me, the Mersey's kissing me toes here. Like, it's the poetic for me.
It might be a very
What
British
Maybe
is
it
the
should,
mess
Frank.
doing to your toes, Frank? Yeah, what is it doing to your toes?
Definitely not kissing. Like I don't know how to describe it, mate.
I mean, isn't it?
Yeah, I know
Does
exactly
it sound
right.
really coarse and a bit scratchy?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
in a
it's
nice
kind of
way,
like
you know?
it's a bit harsher than kissing, I guess.
it's more
Well,
like
like rubbing your
That's
face
true.
against someone's beard, I guess.
Yeah,
Maybe that as a metaphor.
Yeah.
There we are.
yeah.
Like rubbing your
Rubbing
feet
my
against
face.
someone's beard. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Like rubbing
it.
my
Yeah.
feet against someone's feet. Yeah, I'm gonna
Well, you
rework
gotta
it in
think
the next
about
section.
the origin of sand. Okay, if we're going to get geological about this, is that it's rocks eroded right into tiny little particles. So this is like, you know, it's like, yeah, it's like rocks eroded and lots of other things mixed into it that have all just been like crushed down by the force of the waves against, you know, the land into these tiny little shards of ground, really, but like crushed ground. Now, none of that is particularly relaxing. When you think about what makes sand, it's actually quite a traumatic process to make a grain of sand, isn't it? Because it's something that's been broken again and again and again and ground
They're
down.
screaming, basically. That
So
feeling
sand
of like
has
the
trauma.
sand going, ah! Right?
I'm more in line with the fact that this is the graveyard of, like, you know, of rock graveyard or something. This is the what's
Yeah,
like,
but,
you
like,
know,
you
the
know when you-
dusty
you know when you-
aftermath of landscape. You know, like this is what that is.
You know when you picture like a paradise shoreline, like Death in Paradise, and they are like walking along the sand and it's all beautiful and it's soft and it's like
I think you're
Barbados
trying to cling to
style.
romance with the wrong people here, Fraser.
Yeah.
I know, right?
You can
That's what I'm trying to.
trip
That's
to
what
the
I need to
beach grimdark.
convey. That's what I need to convey, and it's like, but I need to do it so that even grimdark people will be like, "Huh, sand," like, you know.
I would make an argument. You could say like something like caressing or like tickling, which is definitely a word that would never be in a grimdark book. There is no tickling in
Tickling?
grimdark, so
You
that
think?
could work.
Yeah,
Yes,
What
that
about
could
like
work.
blood that's tickling a sword? That would be like, yeah.
No,
I'd say like a fine scratchy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go caressed.
Of course. you are.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna cross caressed out because that doesn't work. I will figure it out in the next thing. For everybody tuning in, what does sand do between your toes? If it's really nice sand, watch this. We're gonna get like no feedback at all. Great. Did anybody else run into any like stumbling blocks as they were doing their stuff? Anybody, or has everybody's progress just been stellar?
I learned something actually because
Ooh.
I really like the term roughshod. And I use it, but I didn't actually realise until about 30 seconds ago that it only applies to when you're talking about horses and horse riding. So it is a very specific term. So I'm going to have to not use it now as liberally as I was.
So you can't get roughshod sand unless a horse is on it.
Apparently not.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's when you find out like all these little sayings. I have this trouble with Dex because it's set on another planet, and you think, okay, all of these names for things and all of these references are very Earth centric. So even saying like Earth under your feet, you wouldn't say Earth because the planet is not Earth. So you would call it soil, you know, like, whereas we could say Earth or soil or, you know, whatever. So you just have to make sure that you don't slip into those patterns that are very sort of Earth planet sort of centric. And yeah, things like film and movie. I mean, film comes from the process of making moving pictures using the film that, you know, is wrapped around the tape. I mean, if you come from a planet where they've never used that method, why would they call it a film? Movie is because it was a picture that moved, so they called it a movie because it was a picture that moved. If you've only ever had digital pictures that all move, why would you need to call it a movie? You would just call it something else. So all of these little things that are related to past sort of processes on our planet and in our history don't even apply to a future planet and an alien sort of thing. So having to sort of like untangle all of those sort of assumptions and all of those like natural words that you would just use and throw out and say, okay, well, this is what we call it. It's a real process. It's a pain in the ass, to be honest.
Do you know what? I think I'm just going to abandon the feet thing. I'm just. This is It's too complicated. If sand is caused by rock being smashed together, I don't think I have the luxury of trying to do anything nice with it. So in terms of like,
Sorry.
no, it's all good.
So we've basically ruined all of your progress, Frasier. That's what you're saying.
No. This was like this. So this is the main character is arriving at the place where this elaborate jellyfish lives, and so it's just. But I want to give it this like very paradise-like vibe, and just the experience of the person like dipping their foot onto the warm sand, like for the first time. I wanted to give it that feeling of like, ooh, this is quite a sensual moment in an otherwise very devoid of sensual moment stories like
I
thing.
think we should just be very factual about it and just say, foot on warm sand, sand between toes, or something like that. Because sometimes when you pair something back to the actual facts, it becomes more poetic, and you just have to rein in
I'll do
the
that.
poetry and just say, "This is what."
I'll just
it is.
repeat it. I'll be like, and sand, I sank into the sand as it fell between my toes, as it fell between my toes. Like, there you go.
Yeah,
and
Grains
that's
of
done.
sand finding their way between my toes, or something like that, like forcing, flowing.
I love that we're being very granular about sand.
I love the fact that we're like, there's nothing as sensual as cold hard facts. Like that's what we need.
Sorry, just don't use the word crevice.
Don't use the word crevice.
If we're talking about crevices, we've gone too far.
Yeah.
Crevices and tickling, two things that don't appear in Grimdark.
I feel like that's a life. That's a lesson that can be taken throughout life, really.
Yeah.
No tickling of the crevices is what
Do
we've
not
learned.
talk about crevices.
Definitely don't do it roughshod, unless you're on a horse. Yeah.
Happy Sunday afternoon, everybody.
Yeah.
How's your writing gone, Trudie?
Oh, well, it's got no crevices yet.
It's probably
Yeah.
the time.
Give it time. Fine.
I love it. No, that is really helpful. What snacks has everybody like got today?
What?
Like for me,
Snacks.
yeah, snacks.
Oh.
I got the Mrs. Primble's macaroon. I have enjoyed one. It is enjoyable. But like, what's everybody else sponsored by?
I'm sponsored by Monster today. And every day.
Nice.
I wish they would sponsor me. I'd save some money.
Yeah, right.
Holly's sponsored by
I'm
the good
sponsored
stuff.
by white wine.
I love that. Yeah.
Got coffee in my Dark Souls mug.
Yes.
I've got tea in my Zelda mug. It's dangerous to go alone.
Yeah.
Drink this, it says. But honestly, I haven't had tea for the last 2 days. I probably shouldn't be having it today because I've got a tummy thing. But the headache, the caffeine, like the caffeine withdrawal junkie headache that I've had for the last 2 days, I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I'm on water, right? But between us, we have the whole spectrum of what writers drink, right? While they're writing, we've got like an energy drink, a coffee, a tea, and a wine, and a water, right? This is like, there's
That's a
no
really good
other
point.
drinks, right?
Absinthe. We just need someone to get on the absinthe, and we're
That's for the people in
we're
the
good.
chat. You know? I'm sure Tom's already on his sixth.
yeah.
absinthe
Tom's on it.
today. Yeah, just letting the beard soak it up as he's just knocking it back. Yeah.
That aniseed scent. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody ready for the next writing sesh?
Yes.
Let's do it. Right, I'm going to play the next one. Happy writing, guys. And that's it. Writing session 2 completed. Guys, how's this? Sand trickled between my toes as I sunk into its warm embrace. Better?
Better.
Good.
Better.
Yeah, better.
I can leave it as a placeholder sentence for now. No more kissing sand. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in. Hi, welcome. Let us know what you're working on. Let's catch up with these guys as to how we did in that writing session. True, how about you?
Well, I've done over 500 words so far. I've literally got to the point where I'm at the penultimate chapter here. So it's like the villain has got the main character on his knees, ready to literally execute him. And he's just at the line, don't fear, I'll make this quick, very cliched. And I'm literally about to start actual action now. Like I've been building this all this time. It's like, come on. So I'm getting there. Of course, he's not going to die. We're going to have a fight. So
it's about to get real.
It is about to get real. So it's going to go down.
It's getting tense.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. What about you, Frank? How do you get on?
Quite good actually. I've done about 950 words. I don't know how many of them are actually good though. Talking about context and stuff before, I was trying to describe this thing that this character's hunting as being like really sort of like an absolute sort of like a domination. But I couldn't really describe it other than a thing shut out, inflicted, and unwanted. So I couldn't think of a more fitting way to describe it, so I'm a little bit stuck on descriptions.
We can troubleshoot it.
Yeah, we can troubleshoot. Yeah. Where is it? Oh, it's gone. Yeah. Okay. I feel like it's go on. I'll read it out this little bit then. Let me know what you think about the sentence. So there was sorcery in this thing, so much that his earthborn rankled at the offence of the thing's presence, as if it were a stain upon the earth, a thing shut out, inflicted, unwanted.
I mean, I do like that. I really like the whole shut out. I think that's just perfect, in my opinion.
Fair enough. Like you,
I like it. It's just got an image. It just works, I mean, I won't put it in a romance book. There's no kissing sand feet or anything like that. But like,
I was gonna say, if you thought about describing it as kissing your feet, Frank, that would be the only thing that I would do to.
I don't know. Maybe it's a bit too grimdark for me, mate.
No, I love it. That sounds great, Frank.
Yeah.
How is it that your first draft is so good and mine is so terrible? This is not fair. I need some of your powers.
I don't know. Second draft, this, isn't it? Yeah. So, like, I mean, the first draft of this book, I went back and I read, most of it, like, earlier this year and just sort of went, ugh. So, yeah, this is the quest to make it readable.
Love it.
It's like that whole write fast, edit slow thing.
Yeah.
How did you? This is great. This is like Frank's idea of troubleshooting is giving us perfect sentences, and we're like, yeah, this is great. Yeah,
that's it. We're done. It's easy.
Yeah, best troubleshooting session ever. Yeah. What about you, Holly? How did you get on?
So I'm just over 1,500 words for the day, for this like 2 sessions together. So I'm feeling quite productive. I don't feel like my scene is as tense as everyone else's at the moment. At the moment, it's sort of character development, and I don't think I've run into any particular problems with it. But we've got one more stint to go, so I will try to have a problem in that one that we can solve.
Yeah, I like it. What about you, Emily? How did you get on?
Well, I mean, talk about editing slow. For both stints, I've got about 450 words, but I think they're good words, which helps. And basically, I have to rewrite the scene. So it started out with a kid who knew absolutely nothing, and then for various reasons, I've had to age him up. So all of the conversations come from a completely different angle, because as soon as you make someone older, the shift in mentality and sort of base knowledge completely, it changes everything. So, he would have a lot more knowledge now. So I'm having to rethink how all of these conversations play out, which is taking a while. But, I'm happy I'm going in the right direction. So there's that.
That's good. That's good. Aging up is good. Aging up is good.
Well, it is when you need it to happen. Yeah.
Revolting Peasant Press. Great name.
Thomas.
How do you? Got a nice chunk of a short story written, but as the rest of my house wakes up, my attention is divided. Yeah, writing and life. It's the constant battle.
I tell you what, I really need a wee, so I'm just going to do that.
Yeah.
We're timing you. Run, Emily, run.
If you want to do it on camera, that's fine. Like
It's not that kind of channel, Frasier. I've told you this before. Oh my god. We've either just gained a lot of viewers or lost a lot of viewers. I'm not sure which.
I'm telling you, this could have been on OnlyFans with all the talk of feet and now public weeing. This could have been like.
Oh Jesus Christ! Why do I let you front this channel, Frasier?
Party.
Yeah. It's what happens,
Yeah, this is standard.
If anybody does know why Holly lets me do this, please let us know in the comments.
Or if anybody wants Frasier's job, let me know.
Yeah. No, but I think it's good. It's good to be drafting, but it's also good to be like redrafting in these kinds of sessions as well. Because if you don't dedicate enough chunks of time together, the redrafting process can get really, really bitty as well, can't it? It is good to sort of carve out time for that. I find it easier to draft on the fly than I do to edit on the fly. Anybody else find that?
Yeah, I find that I have to sit and think about edits. This to me, it's not even really a redraft to me. It's more like a complete rewrite, because of basically I haven't even gone through what I've written before. I've got it next to me, so I sort of know how the story's meant to go, and then I've just gone, no, that's crap, and just completely did something different.
Yeah. I find the same. I find it's like when you're editing, you need to spend enough time in a project to be able to think, oh, I've actually done some good to it, because otherwise you just come away from it feeling like, oh, I can't write. It's the whole sort of when you've got zero draft there and you're putting words on the page, it can either feel amazing or it can feel terrible, but it's fine because it's the draft. But then when you're editing, you need to come away from a good editing session feeling like, oh yeah, that was good, because you're approaching words you've done then, and it's a different beast, isn't it? Emily, how was it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I give it a solid 6.
Good. It's good.
Slightly above average, but very satisfying, and has chilled me out for the next session. But more on topic though, I was going to say, I'm in this situation where I've got 2 books. One, and both of them I've been editing for ages. And editing is great. I love editing, but it feels like a long time since I've done some good, solid, honest, original writing, because I've just been doing the edits. And I feel like I'm in a bit of a tired place in my brain because I haven't been writing anything new. And I've just managed to get one of the books out on sub, which is great. And that's left room for this one to sort of come to the fore. But I'm still kind of in grimdark mode, because season 3 of The Dex Legacy has just finished going out. The novel that I'm now subbing is book 1 of the audio drama. So it's the novelization of the audio drama. And this one is much more light-hearted fantasy. So it's a completely different headspace. And I feel like I'm struggling a bit to get into it again. When I wrote it, I was just pouring it out of me. It was like letting a wound of some kind. It was like a purging of this sort of something that I needed to get out of me. But now it's and I think that's why it's taken me so long. And also just being in an editing hole, I just need to write something new. Yeah.
Was it like getting sand from between your toes?
Yeah.
It's like when you've been to the beach and the sand is stuck all over you and you're having to if we're running with that metaphor, it's like trying to get sand off.
and then the water's kissing your feet as you're trying to rinse it off, right? That's the
I
people
wouldn't
just
describe it as that.
I'm telling you, like, I'm gonna get into one of these days. I'm gonna get a book where that metaphor works, where something is kissing your feet, and it's gonna be glorious when that
A
happens.
small fish.
I mean, you could just write a book where somebody kisses someone's feet, Frasier. That's not like an unusual thing to happen.
Yeah, but it's like that's obvious, isn't it? It's too obvious. Like,
Oh yeah, you don't
it's
be
not-
obvious about it.
yeah. Nah, you don't want
has to be a
people kissing your feet,
Yeah.
Holly. Like, you know.
Sorry. Well, I'm just saying that would be an easy way to put it in a book, you know.
I'll write Quentin Tarantino as a character, and then that'll be everything will be kissing
Yeah.
his feet.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I have a
Yeah.
scene like that in one of my books. Actually, there is definitely some feet kissing in one of them.
Recommend.
can't remember
What's
which
the
one though.
book? Shout it out, Trudie.
I can't remember which one it was. It's probably The End of Time. I'm pretty sure there's some feet kissing in that one.
Yeah. Everybody who's enjoyed this, go by The End of Time for more.
Yep.
What a great plug. Well, I love that. Getting in on the foot thing,
Yep.
Trudie. I love it. It's a pro right there.
I'll have to try and get it in my next book.
There is an
Um,
audience for it. There really
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right here.
There's
Put it in your
Frasier.
blurb.
Yeah.
Like,
The ideal reader.
I swear, as soon as there's anything with feet on it online on social media, guys just come out of nowhere with their inappropriate comments, and it's crazy. Like guys who you've spoken to before, who you thought were normal, and suddenly turns out
It's like
Something.
when you sit in front of like you see that on TV, these investigations where the police have got them over a table and they'll open a folder and they'll push like an image forward. I think every guy should be put through that test, but it's just different images of feet and just see what happens, right? It's kind of like that would be the Blade Runner equivalent of like the replicant thing. Like it wouldn't be sort of like talking about damage to a turtle. It would be like, what do you think of that foot? You'd know instantly if it was a robot or not. Like,
I gotta say, Frasier, this is not how I expected my Sunday to go.
Do you know what? Trudie, there's a point in this session every single time where Frasier is still talking and I don't know what he's talking about.
because
It is
Frank
worrying
just
that
like
I know
in
exactly what he's
pain.
talking about.
You give me flashbacks here because I've got a story about something similar, but I don't know how appropriate it is for the live stream. Yeah, well, I'll just tell you anyway. Yeah, I remember. I was in a job somewhere, and I met the other guy that did the same thing as me, who'd been there longer than me, and we went out for dinner on lunch, and he was going to walk me through what we were meant to be doing, this, that, and the other. And we end up in a Greg's in town, and he just shoves his phone under my face and goes, "Get on these, lad," and it's just the soles of someone's feet. And you know, you think you've missed a joke or a punchline or something, and I was just stood there like, what? And he went, "They're my wife's, fit them, aren't they?" And then just took a bite out of his steak and walked away.
Yeah, like what is the correct reaction to that happening? Like what's the etiquette for that situation?
I
I
don't
think,
know.
I think you're supposed to say hubba hubba. I think that's what you're supposed to do, right? And then never speak of it again, right?
You just say,
I
"Yeah,
know.
nice mate," and enjoy your Gregs. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a thing like a little while ago with we had this guy, handyman guy, who was coming around. He was doing work, and we were working at the time. But he was leaving the living room door open straight out onto. We've got like a little Victorian terrace, so the living room door opens straight out onto the street. He had this door open, so we have like a camera in our living room, and we were just watching the living room. And then my spouse sees him walk in, and I had my ballet shoes hanging on the end of the radiator, and he just picked up one of my ballet shoes and just put his face in it and clearly like smelt it, like really, really went for it, and then put it back. And Daddy was like, "What the hell
And I thought it was quite funny because Danny was like, "What do we do about this?" And I was like, "Well, we leave him a box of shoes that he can sniff next time he's round, and it'll be fine." And Danny was like, "No, Emily, this is not okay behavior. This is not okay." And I was like, "But the handyman, finding people who are good is so hard. We're gonna lose him." And yeah, no, he's never come back.
You should stop calling him the handyman and start calling him the footy man. That would be
The
the.
man, the nosy man. Oh God, yeah, no.
Does all of these like foot encounter stories put you in the zone for writing grimdark? Just because I feel like it probably is doing that. It's probably for like most people, they would hear these stories and think like, "Oh, I've got to write something really like gross and dark and horrible now," right?
I'm thinking the opposite.
I don't-
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't think it's
You don't think so?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm slightly worried about the fact that Emily appears to have shoes that she thinks are suitable for sniffing and shoes that aren't suitable for sniffing.
Well, I was thinking it's my ballet shoes. They probably don't smell that great because you're like working out in them and stuff, and it's that like
I think that's
it's
the
like
point.
smelling
Yeah,
your
I was
running
gonna say they probably look
trainers,
that better.
it's like,
Yeah.
So I don't know what he was aiming to achieve. Whether he liked that,
Yeah.
I don't know how
Maybe
he
he's
thinks
got a
that.
side hustle of like shoe perfumery, and he's like, could this be a potential customer? I'll just smell the ballet shoes. That could be it.
Well, I
like-
can't bloody well steal my ballet shoes. They're quite expensive.
No, I mean like he's wanting to see if he could sell you the perfume. Because if
Why
they were
why
super
would
stinky,
I want to buy the perfume of my ballet shoes? I can sniff them whenever I want.
because when you go bowling, right? Like, and the people with stinky feet, they've got the spray, haven't they, to like nullify it.
God.
Maybe he's like got one of that in his tank, and he's thinking, well, they're hung up. I bet that she's probably airing them out after a long session. I know what I can
Which
do.
is
I'll
not
give them a whiff,
inaccurate.
and if they stink, I'll give them a spray. Get you see? That's what he's thinking.
Don't well, I was going to say, don't ask me how I know how this whole thing works. But well, you can. I used to work with a girl that would sell her socks to people. And
You do what
You
you
can make a lot of money doing that.
I heard of someone who does that.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, but I don't know what it is about men. Like they come to her with wish lists for like Ziplocs to like keep the smell in, and like can you wear them for like 3 shifts straight in work? We were nurses at the time, so she'd buy cheap socks from Primark and then she'd wear them 3 shifts in a row, Ziploc them.
So I could be selling socks instead of writing books. That's what
We
you're saying.
all should be doing this,
I think
Trudie.
this
There's
is-
so
this
much
is-
money in this.
This is how we fund the next in-person event. Is we just get
If anyone wants Frasier socks, send me a message. I'll make it happen.
I will send you my ballet tights for a premium. Okay, because ballet tights are expensive, so I will send you my ballet tights. 50 quid.
While everybody goes checks their bank account in this next writing session, is everybody ready to continue? Yeah.
I think we need to be honest.
Yeah,
do it.
probably a
Let's
good
do it. Happy writing, guys. There we go, guys. Sorted. Done. I'm pretty much like one sentence away from finishing this chapter. That's like
Amazing.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, it's great. How's everybody else done?
All right. Yeah, quite surprised actually. I wasn't feeling particularly creative today, but you know, I've done 1,400-ish words, so yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Nearly done.
Oh,
This is
right.
the effect of being near Frasier. Like, it's just, he makes people instantly more creative.
Mhm.
I guess all the feet talk, you know, you just writing's like running away from it.
There's
I mean,
method to
that
the
would just
madness.
work for everyone. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Frasier
What
is also
happened?
incredibly dangerous because in one conversation with him, he can add 40 years to your timeline easily and give you another
Yeah.
decade's worth of work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has happened. Has
It
happened. True
has
story.
genuinely happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The thing is, like, what happens is that the brain receives all of the nonsense that I spout and then instantly goes into protection mode. And the first thing it tries to protect is your creativity and your imagination. So that's why when you realize that nonsense is gone, it's like, and it just lets it out. It like, you see, this is what happens.
That is some pseudo-science bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Right there.
Yeah.
It's either genius or complete bullshit.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I think it's the
And
last one, but you
nobody
say it with
knows.
confidence.
Well, we all know which it is.
We
Come
all
on,
know.
yeah.
Don't kid yourself. We know.
How did your epic fight scene go, Trudie?
Still doing it, so it's kind of getting there now, but it's going to end slightly differently to how people probably see it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What sort of fight? Is this a one-on-one fight scene, Trudie, or is it like multiple?
It's
characters?
one-on-one. It's between a mage character who's got all the magic in the world and another character that really hates magic and is using a kind of anti-magic shield to just kind of distract him until somebody else can come along and actually solve the problem. So
Nice.
it's that kind of fight scene.
Nice.
Mm.
I like that. Outsourcing.
They're just kind of
Yeah.
trading like banter at the moment as they fling spells at each other. So yeah, that's it. That's the end.
It's my favorite part. I love it.
Yeah, that's
I
Have you
love the
ever played-
foreplay.
Have you ever played Monkey Island and the swashbuckling insults fight?
Never played it, but it sounds cool.
Oh, it's really funny. Yeah, it's really fun. Basically, you do a duel, but you can only win the duel if you have the right comeback to the like line that comes first. So you've got to have the right reply and rebuttal, and yeah,
It's cool.
How about you, Holly? How did you get on?
So I didn't actually do a lot of writing in that session, but I think I'm about 1, maybe 2 chapters away from having my first full draft finished of book 3. It's sort of a bit of a Frankenstein's monster at the moment because I have about 15 different partially finished first drafts, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to lift pieces that I particularly want to keep from previous drafts and put them into this one, and I spent most of that time trying to find a particular scene and failing. So that's a job for later to try and finish off.
Like it a lot. How about you, Emily?
Okay, so I was able to stitch in a big chunk of something that I'd already written, and sort of just edit a bit of that instead of writing something new. So overall in this section now, I've done 1,187 words into the new draft, which I'm happy with, and it's flowing well. I was really hoping to be able to sort of like puzzle piece it together and put chunks in, but there are whole sections where it just needs to be new. So yeah, it's satisfying when you can put a whole chunk in there. It's good.
I like it.
Nice.
I like it. So I will have finished off this chapter about the elaborate jellyfish not being able to contemplate the loss of its scepter. And my title of my next chapter that I'm going to be moving into is They Were Surprised When the Baby's Third Eye Opened, which is from Eliza Chan. So can't wait to dive into that. For everybody who has joined in with us, thank you. And I hope that your session was as productive as ours. If you want to find out more about the stories that we've each been drafting, feel free to reach out to us. Let's find out how we can do that. True, where can people find you?
Hi, you can find me on trudyskies.com. I'm also on Blue Sky. The book that I'm writing right now is still currently doing a crowdfund. So if you go on BackKit, you can find it, The Chosen One Con. It's got 3 days left. So give me money, please. That would be great.
Awesome. Go do it. Go do it. Frank, where can people find you?
God, nowhere, I'm a hermit. No, you can't. Get me on my Facebook writers page, facebook.com/grimtranky, and that is pretty much it. Or you can go on my website and maybe get in touch with me that way.
Yeah. Feel free to send Frank pictures of your wife's souls or Greg's. Either of those. Like that is,
that's fine.
Yeah. Pictures of sausage rolls. Is it a sausage roll or is it a foot?
Is it a foot?
Yeah.
I think we've just worked out the new Spotlight Indie segment.
But yeah, like Frank, I'm glad that you've been able to make progress. It seems like you guys made your goals, Trudie and Frank. It seems like you're pretty much there with it, which is great. Holly, where can people find you?
So people can find me in lots of places, but before I talk about that, I have lots of Spotlight Indie announcements that I need to do now, or I will forget them. So
okay, hang on.
Don't interrupt me mid-flow, Frasier. I've immediately forgotten everything now.
Yeah, but you're the Spotlight Indie announcements. We want to leave people with them so they can go straight to the end of the video. Emily, where can people find you?
Yeah, that's right. You don't want them to remember me.
No, of course we do. But we don't want. You see, if we say about you, then everyone's instantly going to be like, "What were those announcements?" Of course, I'm going to go follow Emily.
Yeah.
See?
No, it's fine. I'll go. So it's at Emily Inkpen wherever you want to go. If you search Emily Inkpen in Google, I come up for the first 6 pages because I'm a total SEO slut. So yeah, you can't get away from me. Just search Emily Inkpen and I just come up. Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
Go ahead, Holly.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Cannot get away from Emily. Yeah, Holly, give us the announcements.
Yes, so lots of announcements. Next week on the channel, we have got our final live stream of the year. In fact, our final video of the year. We will be doing a live Christmas party with Spencer from Fantasy Files, along with Thomas J. Devons, who has been in the Howard Riley, the Tomasi, as they are now known, a couple of other guests. So looking forward to that. That will be on the 7th of December. After that, we are taking a break for a couple of weeks because we've all been working very hard recently, and I deserve a break, not so much Frasier, but we're letting him have one anyway. We will resume content on the 4th of January, but between then, we will be rerunning all of our big indie weekend videos over December, so you can watch those for the first time if you haven't seen them already, featuring many of the lovely people that you have seen today and on our channel over the year. We are also reconstructing our website, as I mentioned earlier in this stream. It should be finished next week. However, there's going to be lots of cool new things on there. And if you haven't already seen, we have now confirmed the venue for our 2026 live event, which will be happening on the 23rd of May in Shrewsbury. Woo! Exciting stuff. We are going to be at the Flaxmill Maltings in Shrewsbury, which is otherwise known as the grandfather of skyscrapers. It is the first iron-framed building for history buffs who like that kind of thing. More information is going to be coming in the new year, along with the launch of our Patreon. I do want to just put out a quick appeal to anybody who is interested in supporting the event through sponsorship or by getting involved, because we are expanding. It is getting bigger this year, and that means our costs have gone up. We are trying to keep our ticket prices as low as possible to keep it accessible for people who otherwise couldn't afford to come to writing events. So get in touch with anyone in the team. If you are interested in sponsoring us, you will become a Spotlight Indie legend and feature forever in the hallowed halls of our website. After all that, if you still want to find out more, you can find me at Holly Tinsley on Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook, and Instagram. I do have a website. Don't bother with it. It's crap. I never use it. It's not been updated for about 5 years. And you can find me on Spotlight with Frasier, Alex, and all the rest of the gang. That is me done. Back to you, Frasier. I've probably forgotten something, but never mind.
If anybody wants any of our socks, let us know.
Yes.
And that all proceeds will go to the next event. Thank you for joining us, everybody. And yeah, happy writing. Enjoy the rest of your bum day, fun day, cozy day Sunday. And yeah, we'll see you next time on Spotlight Indie.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.